Well, right now, it appears that the race is essentially tied. Both
Yes, sir.
Kamala Harris and Donald Trump have the same percentage of voters. So both of them are seeking to mobilize their supporters through what they call ground operations, ways of getting people to actually go vote. And this is focused primarily in what are seven swing states, the ones that will certainly determine the outcome of the election. So both candidates, I think, are very active in those swing states and will be there for the next 3 weeks or so until the election.
Sir, Kamala Harris's campaign has been slightly more reserved with fewer events compared to Trump. As of course, Trump leads with 21 events in September. Do you think her strategic focus on healthcare, education is enough to shift the narrative in her favor, especially with the competition intensifying?
Well, I think Kamala Harris has changed her tactic. At present, what she's doing is doing many more media appearances rather than rallies. And so she's been on a number of shows which have different demographics, young people, older people, women. And so she's
Sir,
trying to
sorry
make
to
herself
interrupt you,
visible.
but is this not normal
Hmm?
for a president, for a person running for presidential election to increase her appearances?
Well, it is normal, but the difference is that former President Trump, is only going on very limited media outlets, ones that are very favorable to him, whereas Kamala Harris, I think, is trying to get a broader exposure to potential new voters. So I think that's why you're seeing her more focused on the media, while Trump seems to be more focused on rallies of his current supporters.
Shifting our attention to Hurricane Milton's aftermath, sir. Florida is grappling with significant challenges. How might this disaster impact voter turnout and, of course, the leadership and what they see and how they see it, especially with the governor and President Joe Biden roles in the recovery efforts, but of course, taking into consideration Biden's visit tonight to or on Sunday to the site of the hurricane?
Well, we've seen a number of reports about how aid is or is not reaching the victims of these two hurricanes. I think in the end, it will be seen that the federal government did respond appropriately and support the victims. It's been a tragedy in both Florida and North Carolina. North Carolina is a swing state, so I think it will be politically important there. But I think it will be seen that the federal government did do what it should have been doing. And I think that will ultimately be a positive for Kamala Harris.
Okay, sir, in 10 seconds, because we have to wrap up this episode. Sir, Kamala Harris made a statement saying that she already worked on her health care and she admitted her health care, whereas Donald Trump is always lying and he did not do this. What's your intake on this, sir?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how people react. But yes, Kamala Harris has released a complete health report showing that she is in very good health. And Donald Trump
Did not.
refuses to release any
Why
information.
does he
So it'll
refuse,
be
sir?
interesting. Well, I think there's things there that he doesn't want people to be aware of. He is 78 years old. And so I think that's a factor in people's considerations. So I think that's why he's not willing to release his information.
How do you read, sir, her statement?
Well, I think it's just she wanted to document that she is in very good health, just in case anybody has any questions about that, and also to contrast her situation at age 59 in good health with Donald Trump at age 78 with some health questions.